Ciao, welcome to this lesson on gender, agreement, and definite articles. We will focus on the singular forms for now. We will see the plural forms in the next clip. In Italian, all nouns have a gender, either masculine or feminine. Generally, nouns ending in O are masculine, like libro and zaino, while those ending in A are feminine, like sedia and lavagna. Nouns ending in E can be either masculine or feminine. For example, fiore is masculine and lezione is feminine. How you know that? There's no way, there's not a precise rule, but just remember that words ending in ore, not simply in a, but ore, like even professore, are masculine, and words ending in ione, like lezione, are feminine. Of course, for other words ending in e, like fiume, river, mare, sea, there's not a rule at all. So you will have to memorize the gender, but it's gonna be easy, don't worry about it. These examples are just representative of the category and not exhaustive, but they gave you a reliable starting point. Some nouns don't follow regular patterns. Nouns with accented endings like a or u are usually feminine. For example, università, university, or gioventù, youth. Those ending in o, e, and e with an accent are typically masculine. For example, caffè, coffee, or lunedì, Monday. Words of Greek origin like problema, problem, clima, climate, and pianeta, planet, are masculine even though they end in a. Abbreviated nouns keep the gender of the full word. For example, photo is feminine because it comes from fotografia. So even if it ends with an o, it is feminine because the full words is feminine. In fact, is fotografia ending with an a. Cinema, on the contrary, is masculine because comes from cinematographo. So even if you see cinema ending with an a, you must remember that cinema is masculine because the full word is cinematographo that ends with an o. Those are just a few examples. For the full list, please see the chapter. Adjectives must agree with the noun in gender and number. Now focus on the gender. We will talk about the number later. Masculine nouns take masculine adjectives. For example, quaderno is a masculine noun. So if you want to say a new notebook, you have to say quaderno nuovo. So even the adjective nuovo takes the masculine form. Feminine nouns take feminine adjectives. For example, you want to say a new chair, since chair, sedia, is feminine, you have to say nuova. So even the adjectives take the feminine form. Some adjectives like utile, interessante, ending in e, work for both masculine and feminine nouns. So let's take utile, for example. If you want to say quaderno, you say quaderno utile. If you want to say sedia, useful chair, you will say sedia utile. You see, utile doesn't change. Now let's see the colors. Colors follow similar rules. Rosso is for masculine, for example, while rossa is for feminine. Libro rosso, penna rossa. Or even if you take giallo, it will be the same exactly thing. Libro giallo, penna gialla. Now, there are colors ending in E. For example, the color verde. So, as you have learned, with utile, interessante, forte, grande, if the adjectives ends in E, stays the same. So let's take again libro and penna. And we want to say a green book and a green pen. It will be libro verde, masculine, penna verde, feminine. Now there are also adjectives, colors like blue and rosa. They stay the same, but they stay the same as you will see also in the plural. As I said, we just talk about the singular form now, but you will see, like for example, verde or nuovo or utile, they will take a different form in the plural, while blue, it will be the same. If you say a book or if you say books, blue and rosa won't change in the plural. Definite articles also changed based on the noun's gender and number, as you will see later, and also based on the letter they begin with. For masculine noun, you use il for most consonant. For example, il libro, il cane, il quaderno, and so on. You use lo for S plus consonant, lo studente, Z, lo zaino, PS, lo psicologo, and GN. As I said before, remember S plus consonant, Z, and maybe PS. The other letters combination are very, very rare. And the last one for masculine nouns is L apostrophe, and you use L apostrophe before vowels. So, for example, l'amico. Remember also that H, H in Italian is silent. So if you have a word like hotel, that H doesn't count. So it's not a consonant. Technically it's a consonant, but since it's silent, you will use L apostrophe because it is exactly as the word hotel would start with a vowel, not with a consonant. So it will be l'hotel. For feminine nouns, use la before consonants, la sedia, la classe, la lavagna, and so on, and use L apostrophe before vowels, l'amica. The article sometimes give you information about the gender of the noun. Let's take, for example, an Italian word that works for masculine and feminine as cantante. If I just say cantante can be a male or a female singer, but if I say il cantante, I'm referring to a male singer, the male singer. If I say la cantante, I'm referring to the female singer. So the article and the adjective sometimes give you indication about that gender if the noun itself doesn't provide it. Sometimes not even the article is capable to add information, and so only the adjectives can give you the information about the gender. Let me give you another example. Artista. Artista is artist. It works for a female artist and a male artist. Now, since it starts with a vowel, the correct the article, so the definite article in Italian would be L apostrophe. So it is for L apostrophe. It works in front of a masculine noun starting with vowel, and it works in front of feminine nouns started with vowels. So the result will be l'artista. But again, it's impossible to understand if you say l'artista if you're referring to a male or a female artist. But if you add an adjective like famous and you add famoso, you understand now that we are talking about a male artist. L'artista famoso means the male or famous artist. And if you use famosa in this case, will be feminine. So l'artista famosa means the female famous artist. Now it's time to practice. Look at the 6 examples on the screen and fill in the correct definite article and adjective form for each noun. These exercises are based on the patterns we have discussed. Pause the video now to complete the activity. When you're done, resume the video to check your answers.